I'm going to show you 4 exercises which you can do at home using a dining chair. The first one is sit to stand. If you start seated in a firm dining chair, I want you to make your way to the front third of your chair by hip walking. Hip walking is steadying the chair with your hands, lift one buttock, slide a little bit forward, then the other buttock, a little bit forward. So you finish on the front part of your chair, so there's a good gap between you and the chair back. I will show you sideways on in a little while. Try to adopt good posture at all times. Roll your shoulders back and then maintain that upright posture. Feet hip distance apart. Feet and knees pointing forwards. From there, I want you to slide your feet back a little bit, but still so that your heels are on the floor. If you need to use your hands on your legs to help you get up, feel free. If not, just let your hands hang at the side and then come up to rise. Give yourself a moment there just to make sure you don't feel dizzy, and then walk yourself back. Feel for the chair behind both legs, still keeping your feet as wide as your hips, and then slowly lower yourself down, pushing your bottom backwards so that you land right in the back of the chair. So I'll do that again, a hip walk to the front third of your chair. Still with a gap between your legs, good posture. Slide your feet back a little bit, but my heels are still down. And come to rise. Give yourself a moment. And slowly down. Trying to keep that gap between your legs as you lower down. You might be able to reach the chair to steady yourself. May not, it depends on your chair. I'll show you from the side. So if I start seated, hip walk to the front third of the chair. Slide my feet back. If I want to use my hands to come up, that momentum will help to carry me up a little bit. Pause for a second and walk back. Gap between your feet, slowly lower down. So if you want to make it a little bit easier, slide your feet back, use your hands on your legs, or if you don't feel particularly steady that day, always do it in front of a dining table, then you've got something there to hold you if you feel unsteady. If you're wanting to make it a little bit harder, usual start position, feet back, no hands, and as you come back down, feel for the chair, lower your bottom towards the chair and go down slower. Even pause for a little while at one point for a couple of seconds and then down. Try to aim to do 10 if you can, maybe just starting with 1 or 2 if you've been inactive for a while, and just build it up and eventually you'll get to 10. Okay, the next exercise I'm going to show you is heel raisers. I want you to stand behind your chair, so your chair is there for support. Good straight posture again. Keep looking ahead at all times. Hands on the chair just for balance. Try not to lean on the chair. And I want you to slowly come up onto your toes, using your big toe and your second toe. And slowly down. So making sure that your feet are hip distance apart again. As you rise, make sure that you're going straight up and you're not putting the weight over the chair. The chair is there just for a bit of extra support. So slowly up. Pause for a second, slowly down. If you're able to let go and you want to challenge your balance some more, let go altogether, or just one hand, one finger on one hand. Sometimes you just need the security of knowing that it's there. And again, aim for 10. If you want to make that one a little bit harder, up onto your toes, pause for a second, and as you lower down, just before you hit the floor, with your heels, pause another second and then go right to the floor. And as I say, try and build up to 10 if you can. Your next one from there, same position to start with, good posture, hip distance apart, using the chair just for support, is toe raisers. So this time you take the weight on your heels and slowly down. So when you're having that pause at the top, make sure you don't hold your breath. Keep breathing in a normal manner. Lift your toes, keep tall, and slowly down. This one you might be tempted to try and lift your toes more by pushing your bottom out. Try not to do that. It's not how high you lift your toes. It's about keeping that upright posture. It might be that your toes don't lift very high at all, if at all. They might not lift. But so long as you're activating the muscles in your lower legs, you will be doing some work. Okay, again, building up to 10 if you can. And your final one is marching. Holding onto your chair if you need to, with both hands or maybe with one hand. And what I want you to try and do, keep looking forward. Try and speed it up if you can for 30 seconds. If you need to hold on, hold on. You might find that you can let go altogether, but do keep behind your chair. Now you'll find that your heart rate's getting a bit faster and you're breathing a bit more heavily. That is normal, perfectly normal. Once you've done around 30 seconds, slow it down. Hold on if you need to. Try not to stop completely. It's just a steady march. When that 30 seconds rest is up, another 30 seconds of speeding it up. Holding on however you held on last time. Now those 30 seconds, I want you to try and do them 3 times if you can. Always remember not to stand completely still. Keep that good posture, looking forward. All these exercises improve your leg strength. This last one in particular improves your bone strength as well. And it increases your heart rate, which means that you can do your daily activities a lot more easily, you'll find over time.